Dear children, today we are going to study a new chapter, one of the simplest chapter in our textbook. The name of the chapter is Sound. In 9th standard, you already studied some details about sound. Commonly, I am asking a simple question to all the students while teaching the chapter sound. My question is, what is sound? Yes, I know definitely all of you will answer to my question. Simply, I will say, sound means it is a form of energy. Sound is a form of energy and which gives the sensation of hearing. If there is no sound, we cannot hear anything. For hearing, we have to satisfy some conditions. That's another thing. But simply, we can say that if a lower class student asks you, what is a sound? Then you can simply answer, sound means it is a form of energy which gives the sensation of hearing. It is the simple answer to understand the sound. In 9th standard, you studied about two types of waves. That is, one is light wave and the sound wave. I hope so. You studied about the difference between light and sound. Light means it's a form of energy. Sound is also a form of energy. It gives the sensation of sight and it gives the sensation of hearing. One gives the sight and other gives the hearing. Okay? Here, I am just recalling the topic studied in the 9th standard. Light means, simply we can say that for the propagation of sound, we need a medium. That means need medium. For the propagation of sound, we need a medium. So firstly, I told sound means it is a form of energy which gives the sensation of hearing. To complete or fulfill the idea of hearing, we need a medium. Suppose I am talking, you are hearing. In between us, that means inside the classroom. Now it is a virtual platform, that's another thing. Inside a classroom, suppose I am teaching and you are also hearing. That means in between us in the classroom, between I and me, between me and you, there is air as medium. Can you follow me? So, propagation of sound. For the propagation of sound, we need a medium. But in the case of light, no need of medium. Okay? And the speed of light is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. And in the case of sound, that is 330 meter per second, or in some text that is saying 320 meter per second. In some text that is saying 340. That means the range is between, we can say that is 320 to 340 meter per second. Anyway, that means if we compare the speed of light and sound, the speed of sound is much smaller than the speed of light. Okay, and another important, light is a transverse wave. Light is a transverse wave. You studied about the transverse wave and the longitudinal wave. Can you follow me, dear students? You studied about transverse wave and longitudinal wave. Transverse wave means which has crest and trough. Crest and trough. And sound means it is a longitudinal wave. Okay, sound means that is a longitudinal wave. In the case of a longitudinal wave, there are compressions and rarefactions. Here crest and trough, that means in the case of transverse wave, this is a transverse wave. And in the case of a longitudinal wave, suppose that is this type of, that is compressions and some rarefactions. Can you follow me? Compressions and rarefactions. Suppose if you consider a slingy. What do you mean by slingy? Just listen to this thing. What is a slingy? A long spring is called slingy. Okay, long spring is called slingy. Suppose you have a long spring. You are stretching that spring. Then in some parts, that is, the rings are like this, and in some part, okay, it is called the compressions, the compressed part. And here it is rarefactions. Okay, that means light is a transverse wave and sound is a longitudinal wave. Okay, is it clear? Okay, and in the 9th standard you studied about one equation, that is V is equal to F lambda, where V means that is the velocity. That is velocity. Its unit is meter per second. And another term, frequency. F. Its unit is hertz. And another is lambda. That is the wavelength. Its unit is meter. V is equal to F lambda. This is the base equation in the case of light and sound about the relation connecting the velocity, frequency and the wavelength of a wave. Okay, the relation connecting velocity, frequency and the wavelength, that is V is equal to F lambda. F means it is the frequency. What do you mean by frequency? Frequency means number of vibrations per second. Number of vibrations per second. Wavelength means it is the distance between two consecutive crests. I know you already know. Suppose it is a transverse wave. Okay, it is the crest and it is the another crest. Today we are going to study one important term, that is echo. Echo means it is actually a reflection of sound. Suppose I am standing here and I am saying the word physics. After a short interval of time or after a small interval of time, I hear the word physics again into my ears. The reflection of sound. Suppose you have a rubber ball in your hand. Just drop it to the ground. When it strikes on the ground, it will bounce back. Similarly, the sound bounced back or reflected back from an obstacle. or we will hear the sound again after a short interval of time. This is, we are saying, echo. Okay, it is commonly happening in big halls. Taj Mahal is one of the best example for echo producing, because inside the Taj Mahal, if we say anything, we can hear the echo. Okay, just listen carefully. That is, echo means the sound heard after reflection. Echo means the sound heard after reflection from a distant object after the original sound has ceased. Can you follow me? That means the sound heard after a short interval of time and the original sound is ceased. Can you follow me? That is called echo. Suppose a man is here, he is making a noise. Okay, he is making a noise, and suppose here is a wall. The sound travels from here to the wall and it is reflected back to the ear or reflected back to that man. That is called the echo. Consider, suppose the distance between the man and that wall. Suppose this is a wall. It is that man. Distance between the man and the wall is D. Can you follow me? We are hearing the echo when it travels firstly from here to here and it returns here to here. That means total distance covered D plus D. Can you follow me? Listen carefully. The man is producing a sound. It travels and hits the wall or the obstacle, that is the distance D, and it bounced back or the reflected back, again it covers the distance D. That means the total distance becomes D plus D. That means total distance is equal to D plus D, that is equal to 2D. Okay, you know one equation. Velocity means total displacement by total time taken. Can you follow me? Velocity means, that is, total displacement by total time taken. Total displacement by total time. Okay, here the total distance is 2d and the time is t. Therefore velocity is equal to 2d by t. In the case of an echo, velocity is equal to 2d by t. You have to remember this 2d because it travels one side and again reflected back the same distance. So this equation becomes V is equal to 2d by t. It is very important. We have to solve the numericals with this equation. In the case of an echo, velocity is equal to 2d by t. 2d means the distance covered is totally 2 times. That means one side going or the forward journey and other the backward journey. Okay? Okay, very good. Study well. Don't waste your time. Thank you very much.